What's up, troopers? My name is Neon. Today we're going to be talking about how players are just dropping like flies right now when it comes to Battlefield 2042. Is this a bad thing? What's happening? We need to explain how this is actually even happening. This is huge right now. So before we even get into the video, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. And of course, leave a like. Thank you very much. Season 6 was actually doing so well. Like, it really was. Honestly, it actually surprised me on how well it was received. This was received really well, probably because Redacted was extremely a lot of fun and everyone loved it. It was a really good season, honestly. It was a lot of fun, and I've been really enjoying myself for them first couple of weeks of the new season. And it was working so much for EA to actually make this game free to play over that weekend, so people can actually download it on different platforms. I even played it on myself on the PC, and the player counts were just rising like crazy. It rose so high that it actually overtook its current player count what it had right at the launch of the game. A lot of us, just like myself, I was really surprised how this was actually happening. This was huge. So many players are actually coming back to the game, or even more new players as well, and this was amazing for Battlefield. Battlefield was booming once again, just like how it was in the old days. It was just a lot of fun to actually see all these new players. I wasn't getting into any lobbies when it come to AIs. I had all my friends just coming back to the game. It was just cool to have a full squad all the time. It was some of the best experience when it actually did come to season 6. But over that time though, a lot of stuff has changed, and it changed so much that Battlefield 2042, the player count itself, lost nearly 75,000 players in the last 25 days. Now that is absolutely mad. I can't believe that. So they peaked like just over 100,000 players, and now right now I think like it's concurrent, it's like 15k on like Steam. So you got to consider like console and everything. It's still probably a large number if you add it all together, but if you actually see on the Steam how many people have actually been losing over the time, that's most likely the same stats when it comes to console too. So this is absolutely huge. I can't believe that we are actually been dropping significantly so much over them 25 days. And this is the question, why is that even happening? How is this even possible? How can we just lose that many players in that short amount of time? I tell you what, I've never seen anyone gain that many attraction in just one season, just releasing one map and just releasing a couple weapons. The game was booming. I was absolutely surprised with so many people coming into the game. It catch me off guard. I didn't see it happening. But this right here of losing all the player count, I did not even expect that either. I expected we was going to lose a little bit of a player count, but not by a large number like this. And that's why. Why did this happen? Because the season was only one map. Everyone's going to get bored after a while keep playing the same map, and everyone wanted to just play Conquest Redacted all the time, and then guess what? They removed it. Then we had the zombie mode, what wasn't really a zombie mode, I guess what we was all hoping for. It wasn't terrible either, but that is it. We have nothing else, and now they're completely silent. And this is the thing, what do we do now? Do we wait until another season? Like, this is already going to be going on for like another 10 more weeks. So what is going to be happening in that 10 more weeks? Because right now, our weapons, the 3 weapons what we just got in the game for the season 6, well, that's it. There's no other more weapons. The new map Redacted, well, that's it. I don't think there's going to be anything else for this season. So what do we do now? And I think a lot of these players who actually been coming to the game, they're in the same boat. They're just sat there and just being like, okay, so what about now? What do we do now? Is there anything new to do? And that's what I really feel like what's happening right now. I just feel like the player count is just dropping because there's not a lot to do. There really isn't. And it is a really shame, and I hope this game can actually 180 it. And it really can, honestly. Like, now they have actually showed that they actually can bring some sort of comeback to this game. And all it would take is just one really good season. That's all it's going to take. Just do a season where you have like 4 maps, a bunch of weapons, and maybe do something like this. Release the season. Once you release the season, do not put out all of the weapons and all of the maps on day 1. No. All you need to do on day 1 is maybe release a map or a couple of weapons, and that's it. Give it a couple of weeks, then release the next map and a couple more weapons. Wait on a couple more weeks through the season, then release the other map. Do you understand what I'm saying, troopers? It's basically drip feeding, but drip feeding us with actual content. So over that season, so when we have to wait to 12 to 16 weeks, over that time of them 16 weeks, we actually have 4 maps, a bunch of weapons over that period of time. That would be huge, because guess what? It will bring a bunch of hype to the game. People will be enjoying it for a couple of weeks, and then guess what? they release something else and it brings even up the more hype. And then more and more people keep playing it because they consistently keep giving content. And that was the feeling for a lot of new players. They actually got all this content, it was really enjoying it, but now there's nothing there. And that is really probably the biggest issue what's going on with this game right now, is just there's no content. And this is the thing, troopers, if they just discontinue the game and they don't do no more content, then this game is just going to go down the drain. It really will. And unfortunately, and that is such a shame to actually hear that, because we do not want to see that. Of course we don't, but that's what's probably going to happen. It's just going to plummet, and that'll be a damn shame, because the problem is right now is we're losing all these players while we're going through a season. So what's going to happen when this game's discontinued, when they know there's going to be no content? And that's the problem. But this game really needs to stay alive. Maybe they can do a comeback. They have to do something, because this right here cannot keep happening. This is the lowest I've ever seen something one losing players. Last time I've ever seen Battlefield lose this many players was at the launch of the game. And this is the thing, this game is not at that stage anymore. It's way past that stage. So how are we losing this many players? Because at this point, the game is actually in a good stage. It still, of course, has bugs and stuff, but it's in a way more better stage. But the question is, why do people stop playing it? Because there's no content. Anyway, troopers, sorry about the rant. It's a really big rant, but I really feel like this was something I needed to address, because that's a crazy amount of players just going all over the place. Anyway, guys, I really hope you guys have been enjoying the gaming scene lately. I know Call of Duty's been out, so I hope you guys are going to be having a lot of fun with that. I really hope there's going to be new games over the Christmas time, because I really don't see Battlefield doing anything anytime soon. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening to me talk. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, be a part of Pink Army. I'll see you on the battlefield.